Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Roku home screen, what's new, what's been changing with it, and what may be to come of the Roku home screen. It hasn't changed over the years until recently. Look at what it has. It has those things that you've never seen before. The category section, it has a hub section. What are these new things that Roku has added onto its home screen? So today we're going to be diving into it. We're going to be taking a look at what's new into the Roku home screen. We're going to be talking about how, if you don't like these things, how you can get rid of them. And then we're going to be talking about what they may also include with the home screen in the future. So keep all of that as we dive into this video today. And we're going to be starting off with the top section of the new home screen. And as you can see right here, it's a section where it has movies, TV shows, and new popular. Plus, it has genres into it. Now, what are all these things? Now, this area here is a part of a new feature called the recommendations well, where the Roku is figuring out what channels have you been launching and what content have you been viewing through it. And it's going to recommend movies and TV shows and other things into that area here. And for example, if you've been watching movies on Pluto TV or Paramount Plus, if you go into the movie section of the recommendations row, it's going to recommend you content of movies based on the app that you've been watching it on. So if you've been watching Pluto TV and other apps, Roku's going to know it and it's going to recommend you movies in that app area. So as you can see here, for example, it's going to recommend police movies and it's going to tell you can watch some Pluto TV, the Roku channel, Tubi, and more. Also in areas like the movie section. If you've been saving content that you've been searching for on the Roku search or any area of the Roku home screen, it's going to let you know that you've been bookmarking it, and it's going to let you know about it in the save list section of that particular area of the recommendations row. Plus, it's going to tell you stuff that you haven't finished watch yet in areas like the movie section, for example. And as you scroll through here, all of the recommended content that Roku suggests you check out is going to be based on the content you've been watching on the channels for Roku. So keep that in mind as you scroll through areas like movies, for example. And tailored to the movie section, it also has an area where you can view trailers of movies that are coming soon, movies that are already out, movies that are coming to the Roku. It's gonna let you know about that in the trailer section here. New trailers coming soon. And if you want to view more, you can check it out in the movies and trailers hub. But like I said, keep in mind as you scroll through, all the content that Roku recommends is based on what Roku knows you've been watching on what channel of the Roku platform. It also has stuff like channels for you. So you can take a look at content that Roku recommends you install to view more movies, even though it kind of get things wrong at times. Like for example, CBS News doesn't have any movies. It does have documentaries, but it doesn't have movies on there. So sometimes it gets some things wrong, but it gets things right. Like Peacock TV has movies there. Same with Paramount Plus, Hulu. But again, some things it doesn't get right here. But other than that, this is an area, one of the areas where you can take a look at content. If you want to take a look at movies in one spot based on the channels you've been watching, instead of going through, for example, Pluto TV and going into the movie section, you can go to the home screen, go up to movies, and see right in that one spot What does Pluto TV have for movies? What does Tubi have for movies? What does Paramount Plus have for movies? That's what Roku's trying to do with this recommendation as well here. Another example, TV shows. Same concept. You can take a look at TV shows you have yet to finish watch. Move TV shows that you have in your save list, bookmarked, as you've been searching for it throughout the Roku interface, and other content Roku recommends regarding any new shows, any new episodes, any new seasons of the TV show, or past TV shows that Roku thinks you will enjoy based on the channels you've been viewing. And you can take a look at all of that in one spot in the TV shows section. So just keep all that noted. Roku may think you may be into genres. So it has sections that's going to, you know, rotate regarding what Roku thinks you're into with regarding to genres. So right now they have comedy, horror, and action. And as you go into one of these genres, it's going to recommend you content based on, like I said, the channels you've been viewing and the content that's in it. It's going to suggest out of it. You also have new and popular here. So if you go down there, it's going to recommend content that's new. New content regarding movies, TV shows, new seasons of TV shows, recently added movies, and more. Roku's gonna recommend that right here. So keep that noted in the new and popular section. So that's in the category section. So keep all that noted. All of the channels you check out that you viewed the most, it's gonna recommend content in the recommendations row in the category section with movies, TV shows, new and popular, and genres that's gonna rotate. Next, we have the hub area, and that's Roku's way of giving you content regarding to home and food. That's what Roku is doing currently. Who knows if they're going to add more hubs in the future, but they have these two, and then they got the sports area. But let's start with the home area. And with home and food, Roku is going to kind of take that same concept, but add their own stuff to it with regard to home and DIY shows and stuff like that. And it's going to recommend content with the apps and their own stuff and their own Roku originals, plus foreign sponsorship to get that ad revenue, which today they have T-Mobile as their sponsor. And it's kind of like a hub sponsorship that Roku is season on. So home, you can take a look at content with home and DIY, and as you come down, you can take a look at an ad here for T-Mobile 5G home internet if you're into that. And then you can come down and take a look at more content regarding to home. And as you do that, it's going to let you know through live TV stuff that's available on live TV regarding that particular aspect. And then you can take a look at more content with regard to home and do yourself shows that Roku is recommending, and Roku sees that you're checking out on the channels. It's going to recommend content food there as well on here. Same concept with the food section, all things food. Now this one doesn't have a sponsorship, but you can take a look at content of, content related to cooking and recipes and other things like that onto this section here. So it has all the Roku original shows plus content again based on the channels you're checking out, like Tubi or anything. It recommends shows out of it here into the food section. So that's what Roku doing right here. Plus it has any channels here that fits that genre of food as well here. Finally, you have sports now. Roku, as you know in the past, I did a couple of videos on the Roku zone. They took that and turned it into a hub here as well. We can take a look at content on sports, live sport content, free channels with it, and featured content here. Plus, you can take a look at upcoming events, events happening now related to sports. And then you can browse it by category. So if you're into pro basketball, because that's the main game sporting events that's coming up relating to that, you can take a look at that here. And then you can take a look at other stuff here, like spring training games with baseball, soccer matches, motor sport, and more stuff. Plus, you can take a look at apps that you can check out that office sport content and more. Plus, you have typical sport movies and TV show specials. So that's the recommendations row of the Roku home screen. You have categories here, so you can take a look at the categories of movies, TV, new and popular, based on the channels that you're viewing on Roku, plus genres that Roku believes you're into. And then you got Browse Hub, where you can take a look at home, food, and sports. So that's what Roku has lined up at the moment. Now you might be wondering, how do I get rid of this? I don't like this. I don't want this on my Roku home screen. How do I get rid of it? Now it's simple to get rid of it. All you have to do is go to settings, go down to home, and then you see right at the top it has the setting for recommendations row, which you can hide it. Give it a moment, and then it's going to get rid of it, and it's going to be back to the classic Roku home screen you typically expect, with barely any ads, channels only. You want to switch it back on, go back to settings, go to home screen again, go back to recommendations row, and sort again. And give it a quick moment, it's going to sort again. Now let's talk about what may be gaining hold in the future with regards to the Roku home screen. What's next for the home screen? What else may Roku change? Well, if you heard recently in recent days or a couple of weeks ago, an executive, I believe, at Roku talking about expanding advertisements on the Roku home screen, as if we didn't had enough of it already. We have one ad that may pop up every now and then in the bottom left corner. We have the typical permanent ads that's on the right side of the Roku home screen. Now Roku is talking about adding more ads for an immersive home screen. What does that mean? Is the executive at Roku talking about, based on what we're seeing here, like the home food and sports sections where we're going to get an ad experience through there? Or is there something else to expect? Like another row for content with advertisements on there that may be featured in the Roku home screen row? Or could it be in the form of a channel where Roku may automatically install a channel that has an ad icon in it? What does that person mean by an immersive advertisement experience on the Roku home screen? We're gonna have to wait and figure that out as time goes on, as Roku may do another OS update soon for Roku OS 13, or maybe something along the line deeper that we probably don't even know, but may come up at us. So keep that noted. So that's it for this edition of Roku Now. Once again, as you can see here, recommendations row, browse hub. That's the stuff that Roku has now added to its home screen. And now we're going to wait to see if there's any further changes down the road for Roku OS 13 and in the advertisement space to get more ad revenue in Roku's wallet. So keep all of that noted. Hopefully, you got the most out of Roku experience this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.